गाइस आवाज आ रहा है क्या गाइस? हेलो हेलो। अरे यार डिलीट हो। हेलो गाइस, टू लाउड फक। एक मिनट अच्छा चीख। अरे भाई चीख नहीं रहा यार, सेटिंग देख देख के मर गया हूं मैं। अभी ठीक है क्या? अभी ठीक है? डिस्कॉर्ड लिंक दो। अरे मैं स्वे के डिस्कॉर्ड में हूँ, स्वे के डिस्कॉर्ड में हूँ मैं जिमी। और कम करो। अच्छा एक मिनट। अभी ठीक है क्या? अभी ठीक है? अभी ठीक है? अभी ठीक है कि और कम करूं? इको कैसे हो सकता है भाई? प्रॉपर्टीज चैट बॉक्स को हाइड कर लो। भाई इतना सब कुछ नहीं चम पाएगा भाई, इतना नहीं चम पाएगा। आज मैं भी स्ट्रीमर होता ना अगर ये आता तो मेरे को। प्रॉपर्टीज फॉर ऑडियो इनपुट कैप्चर माइक्रोफोन 80 क्लासिक, ये सिलेक्ट करना है ना भाई। और कितना कम करूं मैं? ये अच्छा ये वाला माइक यूज हो रहा है क्या? अरे स्वे का ही तो डिस्कॉर्ड है ना। मैं कैसे लिंक भेजूं उसका? मैं कैसे लिंक भेजूं जिमी? हेडफोन माइक इज ऑन, तो हाउ डू आई क्लोज दैट? हेलो, अभी आ रहा है क्या आवाज? अरे इको क्यों हो रहा है मेरा आवाज जब मैंने यही माइक सिलेक्ट किया है? ये तो नहीं किया है ना मैंने माइक। देखो यार गेमिंग अथर्व, मैं ना बहुत नया हूँ इसमें, मेरे को कुछ पता नहीं है। एक तो मेरे को इतने थंबनेल चेंज करवाए, 4 थंबनेल चेंज करवाया मेरे को। अरे वही तो किया ना मैंने। मैं ऑडियो इनपुट में गया, प्रॉपर्टीज में गया और ये वाला माइक सिलेक्ट किया। यही माइक है ना वो? अच्छा मैं सारे माइक यूज करता हूँ, मेरे को बताओ। हाँ अभी बताओ, अभी सही आ रहा है क्या? अभी सही आ रहा है क्या? सब माइक सिलेक्ट करूंगा मैं, पहले मेरे को बताओ। अभी आ रहा है? सही आ रहा है? नो। हेलो जिमी, हेलो जिमी, हेलो। जब भोग में डिस्कॉर्ड का भी माइक चेंज हो गया। हेलो हेलो। एक मिनट। अभी सही आ रहा है क्या? अभी सही चल रहा है क्या गाइस? अबे ये रिकॉर्ड पे क्यों? हेलो मेरी आवाज आ रही है? हाँ मेरी भी आ रही है क्या? अरे ओबीएस पे कैसे करूं मैं सॉल्व इसको? हाँ क्या? अरे ये मेरा ठीक तो करके दो। ये माइक का कैसे करूं मैं? नहीं नहीं, सिंगल है वो, डुअल पीसी ये नहीं किया। एक मिनट स्क्रीन शेयर करता हूँ। शेयर योर स्क्रीन। स्क्रीन ओबीएस कहाँ है? हाँ हाँ किया, दिख रहा है क्या? अभी देखो, ये वाला जो ऑडियो इनपुट है मुझे वो चेंज करना है ना। हाँ किया। एक मिनट सॉरी। हाँ इसके बाद प्रॉपर्टीज में जाना है ना। किया ना स्क्रीन शेयर। एक मिनट। ठीक है, अभी अभी दिख रहा है। ओबीएस सिलेक्ट किया मैंने। हाँ हाँ, ओबीएस ही सिलेक्टेड है। अरे स्क्रीन शेयर ही है वो, डुअल स्क्रीन है ना, तो वो उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो रही है। एक मिनट, अब दिख रहा है? अभी देखो। हाँ 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 किया। हाँ हाँ, ये टी है ना, ये ब्लू ब्लू है, ब्लू ब्लू। हाँ हाँ ब्लू एटी, तो यही सिलेक्ट कर, यही तो सिलेक्ट किया मैंने, फिर भी आवाज नहीं जा रहा है सही से। हाँ हाँ ये। हाँ हाँ, अच्छा ये यहाँ पे एटी करूँ क्या? हाँ हाँ हाँ, ये यही तो था सिलेक्टेड, यही सिलेक्टेड था। क्या करूं? एनवीडिया ब्रॉडकास्ट, हाँ किया। हाँ हाँ बोलो। हाँ अभी फिर भी तो सही नहीं आ रहा है। 70% पे ही है मेरा वॉल्यूम। पता नहीं, अभी ये बताएंगे चैट। डिस्कॉर्ड सेटिंग में गया। कौन सा? वॉइस एंड ऑडियो। हाँ अभी आ रहा है आवाज? आवाज आवाज आ रहा है ना? हेलो। हाँ, और तुम्हारी भी आवाज खड़खड़ खड़खड़ आ रही है कुछ तो भी। हाँ पूरा ऐसा ब्लरी आ रही है। पता नहीं क्या सीन है। अब आ रही है, मेरी आ रही है क्या फिर बराबर? हाँ एक मिनट। चालू हो गया, चालू हो गया, चालू हो गया। वो व्हाट्सएप के ग्रुप पे ना। ओ अच्छा रुको, मैं शेयर करता हूँ। लिंक भी नहीं क्या? ओ ऐसे क्यों खड़ा है ये? एक मिनट मिल जा, एक मिनट। मिल गया ना, मिल गया ना? हाँ नहीं। ये ऐसे ऑकवर्ड क्यों खड़े हैं? बोले हाली अभी भी पता नहीं भाई। डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा माँ। डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा?
अरे डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो का
हाँ अभी आएगा अभी आएगा अभी आएगा। आ रहा है आ रहा है आ रहा है भाई।
आ रही।
टू लो एक। ये तो बात ही नहीं कर रहे, कुछ इनकी ऑडियो चली गई है। हेलो जिमी, जिमी की आवाज गई क्या? नहीं म्यूट किया। अभी आ रही क्या आवाज गाइस इसका? भाई मुश्किल है भाई, लिटरली मुश्किल है। अभी गाइस आ रहा है क्या डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो? नो एकदम बारीक आवाज है एकदम। रुको एक मिनट, अब आ रही है? अरे यार इसका ये सिंगल पीस सेटअप है ना, उसकी वजह से प्रॉब्लम है। अभी आ रही है डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो? नहीं आ रही होगी अभी। हेलो डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो इन्होंने कुछ और नहीं। ओबीएस सेटिंग करके है सब कुछ है, पता नहीं ये माइक में प्रॉब्लम है कुछ तो भी। ये ओरिजिनल, ये इसका ऑडियो आ ही नहीं रहा है, ओरिजिनल स्ट्रीम पे ऑडियो नहीं है। एनवीडिया ब्रॉडकास्ट ही है, सब कुछ है उसमें भी, नॉइज कैंसिलेशन सब कुछ। हेडफोन में सिलेक्टेड ही नहीं है, वही तो प्रॉब्लम है। ये तो इसमें ऑडियो नहीं है, यूट्यूब के स्ट्रीम में ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा है। ट्विच पे नहीं है ना, ये मेरे को ये स्पेसिफिक लिंक दिया है उस पे देखने के लिए। मैं अपना माइक का जो मेरा ऑडियो इनपुट है ना, इट्स -78.6 डेसिबल्स, फिर भी इतना ज्यादा कैसे आवाज आ रहा है मेरे को अभी तक नहीं समझ में आ रहा। इसमें क्यों नहीं आवाज आ रहा है? वेबकैम का माइक ऑन है, एक मिनट, वेबकैम नहीं है तो कैसे बूस्ट हो रहा है मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा, बूस्ट कैसे हो रहा है माइक। इट्स नॉट वेबकैम माइक, मैं वेबकैम का माइक कैनन M50 इज म्यूटेड OBS में। अब बताओ, अब सही आ रहा है क्या आवाज? सब कुछ चेक किया हमने, सब कुछ। कॉल किसको करूं, जिसको कॉल करना है वो तो बैठे ही वहां गेम खेल रही है। अब सही है क्या? अब नॉर्मल हो गया क्या? बेटर है ना? आवाज ही नहीं आ रहा। अब अच्छा, एक मिनट, ठीक है, अभी लो है, एक मिनट, अभी समझ गया, अभी समझ गया, अभी परफेक्ट है। हेलो हेलो हेलो। नाउ इट्स ओके, नाउ इट्स ओके। अभी ठीक है ना, इतना ठीक है भाई? कम ज्यादा एक बताओ भाई, एक बताओ। आप सही है ना? हाँ हाँ, ओके ओके ओके। अब ये उनके चैनल पे ही आवाज चली गई है इनकी, ये स्ट्रीम का ही आवाज नहीं आ रहा है इसमें। अरे यार, कोई गाना लगाओ क्या? अभी गाइस मेरे को ये चेक करवाना कि इसका आवाज आ रहा है कि ये वीडियो का।
Weighing in at a massive 200 pounds of pure working muscle. These loyal dogs were bred to guard their family homes in South Africa from large ferocious predators like lions. This breed of dog is extremely affectionate and loving towards their family. But Johnny here had no issues spreading that love towards them as well. He has an excellent temperament. He is.
इनको क्या, इनका तो चैनल से आवाज चला गया है। अरे यार, रिफ्रेश किया उनका तो उनके तरफ से आवाज चला गया। ये मेरे को अनलिस्टेड लिंक दिया। अबे भाई, ये ओवरपास, भाई ओवरपास कर लिया, भाई ओवरपास कर लिया। इंडिया वर्सेस CSGO। अरे मेरा स्क्रीम आ रहा है भाई।
When they played their qualifier, they played Overpass, they played Mirage, and they also played Ancient in that opening game. So we kind of get that little bit of layered in as well. We've already seen Mirage today against Hong Kong, China, and now for India, we get an Overpass, which is something we're actually yet to see.
Yeah, this could be maybe a bit of a punish pick in terms of the veto. You kind of highlighted the maps in particular they banned. I felt like they really came in trying to catch them off guard in this best of one.
Yeah.
And if you're a team that's been, you know, kind of as a unit, you know, honestly, in a team sort of in a tournament, national squads where they don't have years of playing together. If you're primarily like your overpasses, like your Novas, which you can throw in there, and you can always kind of lean to at least one of those within a best of running on maps like Inferno and Mirage. That's going to give you such an advantage in a tournament where every single match matters so much.
Yeah, for sure. And look, you got Team Adult going on there as well, so absolutely fine. Just getting really motivated in here. And I like this, right? A little bit of a hug, a little bit of a rally, trying to get hype. There it is. Love it.
Yeah, I believe Team India, their coach, he's actually quite an experienced player. You can see actually there on the screen. He's played quite a bit within kind of the main men's leagues within the India circuit. He's got his own Wikipedia page, right? He kind of comes full packing with lots of experience, and that's also a factor here that I'm not sure every team is sporting that.
Yeah, that's true, and it's just kind of knowing the experience and knowing kind of when to call timeouts, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of experience there on his shoulders, and the fact that you've even got a coach in the first place, as a Kyrgyzstan's got one as well, but it's just about having that extra person just behind you to read some body language. It's like, okay, tactically in depth. It's just 30 seconds to pause, take a breather, reset, because as mentioned, look, we can talk about, and let's revisit the structure today again. It's only best of ones today. You want to put yourself in the best possible seeding for when you get into the playoff stage. So the fact that you can have a lot more onus and a lot more pressure on just one map, it's important to have someone behind you.
Yeah, absolutely. And when that person has had so many years of experience playing not just on the national stage, but also internationally in a few different stints, right? I feel like that gives you this extra little bit of element. You know, there's a lot more strategy to come through there, a lot more experience, as you mentioned, in terms of the kind of mental game, but kind of on both levels, and also just in the preparation leading up to this event. Right? Being able to rely on someone with a lot of experience in kind of team play, in land play, that's going to give you a little bit of edge that maybe not every team's going to have coming into this. So it's going to be really excited to see what Team India are going to show us here.
Let's go.
And the fact that they were so dominant in their qualifier over in South Asia is really the fact that it is so dominant that they're here and it's like, yeah, no sweat. We dropped 3 rounds in 2 maps.
Yeah, that's quite the statement to be making, right? Coming into this, to have come off the back of such a dominant win. But I think the level of competition obviously going to be very different here. Also, the fact that it's on LAN versus, you know, kind of the online stages of a qualifier, which, you know, everyone sort of talks about how different it is in those two experiences. And I'm not sure how much experience this Team India has playing on LAN, and in fact playing internationally in particular, I think, is something that they're going to be lacking a little. So there is still that edge over that we give to Team Kyrgyzstan.
Jamie's on my mouse. Love to see it. We've got the same one. Unfortunately, I'm not as good as her, but it's cool. We're twinning.
Well, hopefully it gives her the extra added, the B-Dog certified clicking skills.
No, for sure, and you can obviously see what it's all for, right, on the shoulders, the sponsors of Kyrgyzstan, ISF 2023 main.
Your voice not clear. What?
2 of potential
it's
a pretty good odds, and if you're Team Kyrgyzstan, you can win the second best of 1, right? That's such a great start, right, in terms of the seeding, right? Yep. Particularly, you know, we did highlight the Saudi Arabia did struggle a little bit against Australia, so we're kind of getting an idea of some of the really strong teams that are here, and some that maybe you prefer to get matched up. You don't want to end up versing Team Australia in a best of 3.
It's going to get potentially really dangerous. And I'm really excited. The small sample size of games that we've had so far today has provided a lot of valuable information. We know that Hong Kong, China have got a lot of structure within the ranks. It was really good. I'm impressed. The fact that we've had a blowout game as well. Team Australia are in red hot form. They are one of the favourites coming into this competition. Put down their authority and they've gone, hey, do you know what? 16-0, we're here to play. That's really cool.
Yeah, I think we're kind of starting to see it all form here. We're starting to get an idea of how these teams have been playing. I expect Team India is also going to have quite a structured approach to the game. I think that's indicative from the veto alone, to the maps that they indicated they prefer to play. If you're banning maps like Inferno and Mirage, your team play and your kind of tactical depth has to be quite solid. So I'm excited to see. So it looks like we're going to be jumping into the knife round very shortly for Overpass to determine who's going to be starting on that CT side. We talked about how important it is to pick that one up. So let's jump on in.
Yeah, this is the most CT-sided map we have in the pool right now in active duty. So it is essential you win this and start on the defense. And again, not really too much to say. We can just have a look and enjoy just a nice round of Counter-Strike coming in. And in actual fact, it looks like Team India, they're going to be picking this one up.
Yeah, looking good. This will be a very difficult collection. Storizo's gone for a bit of a run, just trying to catch them off at the stairs. The team knife in there. Oh my, ooh, okay, alright. There's team damage in the knife round, so it gets a little scary, but it's going to be the victory for Team India, which means they get to start on that CT side. The most important thing, I think, in terms of how Overpass plays out. So they'll be very happy to pick that one up.
Absolutely, and it's good as well, right? Your first game on the stage, the fact that you start on the CT side gives you a little bit more confidence, a little bit more reassurance, and you don't want a slow start to the game, but you can't afford to have one here, to be honest, on the CT side, comparatively to if the pressure was immediately on and Kyrgyzstan were the defenders.
Yeah, I think it's a different map. There might be some incentive to start on T side just because you get to set the pace, right? Yeah. So, you know, if it is just kind of Mirage in particular, that can have a little bit, you know, not so bad of a feel, but here it's going to hurt a little bit. Team India very happy to start.
मैं ऐसा unofficially कर रहा हूँ ना, इसलिए एकदम वो planned नहीं था, मैंने वक्त पे उनको बोला.
Alright.
We get that AWP out super early. 4-player lean towards B is what we expect in Incendiary as well. This is a fight for sure.
Yeah, look at this flashbang. It's going to go over the top, and they're already up close and personal, but it's even both ways. Able to get out the CTs. So many players leaned over here, and again, it's just trade frags so quickly. We're in a 2v2, 30 seconds into the round.
Yeah, but look at this. The connector player fell. Jammy got that kill, and she's got the experience to know that that's probably the only player there. So it's immediately a fast rotation, a foot race. Team India are now hearing all of the steps, and Jammy's faked it out.
Yeah, Kyrgyzstan didn't budge at all, and now she can start to walk onto site, clear it, and it's a free pathway back down. That's beautiful. I love the way they've played this T-side in the 2v2, playing with the rotations, playing with the sound cues, and it's given them the bomb plant and a very difficult retake now.
Yeah.
B, so hard to get back into without any utility, without a kid. They have to fight their way through. Jammy is still stuck on the site, so that is a little bit of an issue. Just trying to find an angle here, and whoa, Crackshot hits one. So he's now all on to Jammy, playing around the pillar, looking for some sort of fight, but she is getting swarmed by the CTs, out of bullets. Oh, she's trying to run away, and there's the shot at the tail end, the headshot through the wall, and that's going to allow the defuse to come on through.
Yeah, that's wild. Well played by Jammy, though. The fact that she's able to fall back behind the pillar and still create 1 versus 1s, look at how close that was for not having the defuse kit. But I like that from India, right? The fact that they reset back through heaven, they swing as a unit and isolate the player towards water. This is already really good fundamentals on display from both of these teams.
Yeah, I feel like that Team Kyrgyzstan felt that the CTs were in a much closer position than they had fully rotated like they had. That's why they couldn't get themselves into better post plant. You can see Jammy was afraid to kind of move out of the site, so they decided to go for this more advanced setup with the player underwater and then fight heaven. But because both CTs came through heaven, it wasn't the best setup in that post plant for them.
MP7 now looking to do some damage in connector.
Oh, nice Coco, nice Coco.
That's a pretty decent exchange. In fact, Sway finds the opener on top of the boost. Reload with the MP7, actually. It's the detriment. Zloy's found 2 in connector. That opens a pathway to A.
That's a massive double to find. What a response after losing the opening kill as well. That's an M4. I think maybe, no, it's an MP7, right? Dropped.
Yeah,
second one in the mix. Now what do T's do? 2 players are low, so despite the player advantage, it's still a little bit uncomfortable for them.
It looks like they're going to take contact out long here, potentially, and then you can still... Look, you've got insurance policies in the middle of the map. If this doesn't work here for Jammy, Kyrgyzstan can go back towards B, but instead the bomb's making its natural rotation through the fountain. In actual fact, they're just going to hit A. Yeah, I think in a 4-on-3, the A side's always going to be a bit easier to get. Sway's going to have a lot to do here. At least has that M4, best weapon in the server. Try and jump spot something, but hasn't seen anything. And at the 30-second mark, they go for the gamble. It's the right call, but it's going to be on the wrong side. Yeah, I can even hear the utility coming in. I think with that, you just escape, evacuate, and try and hold on to your rifles. But in actual fact, I'm wrong. Team India rotating up quite quickly. They want to give this one a look in, and they've got a defuse kit to do it. Okay, yeah, with the kit, you can kind of justify it, but a lack of util, just flashbangs to get them set up. But they know a couple of players are low from those fights that took place earlier. Oh, the headshot comes through, but it's such a long range. Doesn't do enough damage.
Sway's able to find that kill, and now they can start to advance. Still two
Nice,
very
yeah.
low HP players, and
Left
they're all
left
tucking towards Banana and Bathrooms. They all
Nice
swing,
one.
but two line up, two fall, and it's all now on the Jammy again in a 1v2 clutch. Dancing around, looking for heads, and she is finding them. Locking this one in with ease. Trying to run her down, but you cannot take down Jammy.
Yeah, really well played from Jammy. Yet again, it's just the prioritization and target selection there. The fact that you don't need to worry about the player that's rushing toilets because they're not committing, they're just jiggling between two angles to try and safeguard the bomb diffuser, sorry. So instead, you just prioritize the one that is not got the weapon out, not really in the firing line, and Jammy overwhelms. That's really well played.
Yeah, I think they got a little flustered there when it was in that 2v1 and they tried to stick the bomb when all they really needed to do was just gang up and try and just trade onto Jammy, right? Because they had the kit, they had a bit of time to work with. Now it's a fast B play. It is a bit of a half buy here from the CTs, with one falling, and that's moving towards short. Well, no one's here to defend. They all have to come back through Monster, so it's going to be two Monster plays after each other. Oh, Coco, it looked like maybe she had an opportunity to get through and deny the bomb. The fact that there's so many CTs here could cause issues.
Wow.
That might have been a way through. Jammy survives.
Right.
So look, they have that kill, they found the kill. Now Worsey slots on out, AK in hand, all too easy. Stormy, any further damage would be good, but
Going.
Yeah, that's wild, but that's a really good play from Worsey. The fact that she finds a kill and then falls back in towards Monster. I was certain that India were going to split their resources there. Go through short, go through Monster, and
Jammy is a professional team
instead it's a
spirit.
full approach through the waters, and that's the potential of Team India, because it allows Worsey to get into a position where she's taking all of this contact and they're not even looking at her.
And I love the decision just to go for a fast B hit when you know that they're either on eco or they've gone for a weird force buy, so their defensive utility, the weapons they have, aren't going to be ideal to handle that sort of pressure.
This one again, smart. You know that now definitely Team India are on an eco, so you take the weapons at range. Everyone fights long with very decent trade spacing. This is a really good game plan from Team Kyrgyzstan.
Team India are running one of my favorite eco routes, which is to kind of rush connector with pistols, but they've decided not to go for the short split. Instead, they're going to try and flank. The issue with this is, I mean, the pace of the T side means they're going to arrive so long after site has been secured and a bomb planted.
It's a small little bit of micro, but that's really smart, the bomb plant there, but actually being for bank rather than toilets, because you came through long, you don't have information on divider or the toilet side, so you actually just go for the CT plant, you overwhelm that area of the map, and you're still moving as a unit. It's small little details like this that are the fine line, and it's good to see the development here between Kyrgyzstan and India.
Flawless round for Team Kyrgyzstan. Very well handled.
Eco versus AK.
After Team India started so strong, looked like they were going to fight their way to an early CT stronghold. Instead, now they get the guns back out, which you can see the AWP. Behind it, just enough cash to get it. Utility is going to be very light in this team in general, though, which, oh, it's two smokes. That's going to be difficult to defend Monster.
It is. So, because you don't have these smokes in place, this is where Sway needs to get active with this orb. Need to be looking for openings early. There's plenty of opportunities to do so as well. Just taking a look at the spawn, it's actually not amazing.
That is the worst spawn you could get as an all for an overpass ever. Like, that is just, that's mid-spawn. You can't go anywhere fast.
That's awkward. That is difficult. The good news is that Kyrgyzstan is still on these force weapons. There's still MAC-10s, there's still Galils. If you're this T-side, you understand that Team India are now just forcing back in. And with a faster play, pushing the SMGs to the front line, I think that would be the perfect call.
Well, they have shown some very decisive calls so far, so wouldn't be surprised if we see something like a bit of a B contact play, and indeed, it does look like we're going for a bit of a fast one. They know that the buy is coming through. If you can catch off guard with a fast B, now's the time to do it. They're going to go through short instead, get that control, but they're not slowing down. MAC-10 at the front, charging on through, and look at the ground they're taking. There's no defenders here, just the one in towards water, and she falls. A passive setup with one player in towards graffiti, and Lacey is able to actually double up from that position. That is huge, and that's going to give Team India their player advantage in the retake.
Yeah, Coco's on the flank as well. Team India, all they need to do is not overplay their hand. You've got plenty of time to work with. You got defuse kits, you wait for the monster lurk, and there it is.
Great flank coming through from Coco. Does so much damage and also is now such a thorn in their side. Oh my god, that Mac 10 almost got a double kill, but thankfully quelled before it can do any more damage. But a lovely retake coming through. Got a little scary for a second.
Yeah, what you got to give a lot of credit to there is Xyaa. The fact that she is still on the bomb site after the initial kill comes in on her teammate. She holds the line, she gets a couple of kills, doesn't overextend, falls back in, and Team India play the rest of that retake as a unit. The next point of contact doesn't come in from CT, it comes in from Monster, and from there you've created a lot of diversion and it makes the retake a lot more bites.
Yeah, that's the one issue with going for that sort of heavy B play is you've left A open, and because they went for this 3-player lean towards A on the CT side, they were very quick to respond and have that flank coming through at the perfect time. That's such an unexpected flank at that point in the round.
cycle में तो बहुत मारेगी वो.
Sway over towards short, which allows Coco to go for this aggressive long peek, but being held by WEC. Kyrgyzstan.
I feel like that's how the org always works when I use it. It just feels like you're spot on, but it's such a weird weapon to control when it's scoped in spray. So good opener over towards A is going to give them more space to work with as well.
Yeah, this is interesting. And Team India are playing this well by falling back off that initial kill. But what you're doing is limiting your information. It'd be interesting to see whether Sway's holding this line on towards short and then getting the rifle active in towards the waters. Because that gives some control back. Instead, it's just going to be a smoke off.
देखो कितना खोल करके खेल रहे, देखो बहुत एकदम आराम से खेल रहे हैं. I just want to miss nothing. 3-2 score चल रहा है. आराम से Crackshot आराम से.
2-2 setup.
दोनों भाई उसने destroy ने ऑफ किया है उधर.
To defend here. 4 versus 4. That bomb on Jammy's back as she starts to make her way forward. Passive setup. Stormy going to be the first contact unless Xyaa is spotted. All that jump he comes through a flashbang over the top. Counter flash thrown on forward, trying to get the plant down. In fact, he's going to stick it, but now she's stuck on the side. Doesn't matter. That's a collateral from Destroy Zoe, and that might be enough. Sway's going to come on over, but she is smoked off. Crackshot comes to join her, but this retake looking difficult.
No smoke. Only one flashbang. There are kits available. But Kyrgyzstan have repositioned. You've got to call this one off. This has to be a save. I don't think it's worth going for it. Especially because you've just invested all these weapons back in. Sway on the corner doesn't clear close, and that's going to be a detriment. And there it is. Jammy activates. But hang on a second, the bomb being stuck. It's okay. WEC hits the headshot through it. And that's a really smart afterplant. That's much better from what we saw in Mirage.
Yeah, they did find a smoke there, so maybe that was the incentive to go for it. But 2v3, this AWP and M4, you've got no money in the bank. You want to hold on to those until the next round. That feels like a bit of a bad decision, really.
And this is what we're talking about getting control after you lose the opening pick. India don't poke and prod anywhere. They decide to anchor in these bomb sites, and that's why you don't get rotations going up to the other site early. Sway gets the initial kill because there's no short space, because there's no lots of information. They hang around for an extra 10-15 seconds, and then they're late to the party. And what's wild there is it was really good counter utility for Team India, but then they just wide swing into the open and they give up these crossfires, and that's something that potentially can't really happen going forward because Kyrgyzstan can just isolate these kills.
Mac 10 brought out for Dark Sky. Very intentional purchase coming through with the money that she has. So you just know that means pace is on the cards. They know that the Esports, why not send that Mac 10 in, try and farm up some money here. And they're going to go for, again, one of these B plays. Nobody's here. It was a bit of a stack over towards A. So this one shouldn't be really too much to write home about. Just got to make sure you don't lose too many bodies here. There's a boost for the CTs, but smoke and
society, what job do you do? अभी मैं ये देखूं कि पहले मेरा resume दे दूं.
Yeah, this one is done for, and Team Kyrgyzstan elevate themselves to 5 rounds on the T side, and that's something worth mentioning now. We now have to take a step back and look at just context for Overpass. We're saying about how CT-sided it is, how it'd be great for you to start here if you're Team India, but the fact that we're now 7 rounds deep in the game, 5 of them have been won by Kyrgyzstan, the benchmark normally is 5 or 6. With 5 already being achieved and room to grow, this is looking really dangerous for Team India early on.
Yeah, absolutely. And And we're seeing, you know, obviously some familiarity here on Overpass. There's a few very clear.
भाई 6 मिनट 11 मारे बंदे भाई सूट डाला है पूरा.
Kind of defaults along, but the decision as to when you go for those plays has been really good.
It's been orchestrated a lot by Jammy, and Team Spirit love a bit of Overpass. So maybe that's a little bit of consideration coming into it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Short control. Nice from the CTs. Do get that space. Flashbang almost caused some issues there, but all good.
No. Nice way.
Sticking around to find that fight on Akita C. That's the B-lurk removed. With this crowd, you need to start to make some moves elsewhere. You can now reposition some pieces over towards A. They're still keeping 4 players over on this side, despite not putting anything at Monster.
Yeah, and also, if you're Kyrgyzstan, you saw the smoke that landed in connector, so you heard the door open. So you understand that there's at least 2 or 3 players over towards short, so you take space on the other side of the map, and make noise you run up, that's not going to be heard by these CTs, and okay. This is interesting because the boost is going to come in, but you're not going to see it.
Yeah, it's a nice boost. I guess the idea here is you already got a player advantage. If you find another free kill from the boost, it's a 5-on-3 and you feel very comfortable there. But the issue is you're going to have to play retake most likely now, and you had enough players and you had so much control over towards me. You could have rotated an extra body out here and really fought for the site. Instead, they're just going to fall one by one. One was over towards Connector, one just here on the side itself, and what was the player advantage for Team India has gone the other way.
And again, I'm just going to say it, I don't think you should be going for this retake. It makes no sense. You've got 2 players that are low, there's no utility, you're a player down, although Xyaa is trying to make a case for it. 1 versus 2, turn from a 1v4, there is a kit, but there's no smoke, and that allows the Orpa just complete free reign on the bomb site. Kyrgyzstan up to 6.
I quite like that in that very last moment there. Dark Sky was stuck towards Flowers there, and she hears the reload behind Dice, so she knows that's her opportunity to escape in towards Bathroom. So cool little micro movement there, which I quite enjoyed. But again, as you mentioned, that's a retake that did you need to go for it?
And you got to talk about the money. If you save those 3 rifles, you've got a much better buy than what you're left
full
with.
Buy.
Yeah,
really.
And take a look at the T side. It is booming. It's going to take 3 full buys at the bare minimum to kind of crunch this economy.
Dark Sky upgrades her Mac 10 into an M4 as well. Spirit stickers on the AWP for Destroyers. I wonder if that's jammies or whether it's kind of just some comradeship.
Economics fucked, bhai. Economics fucked.
But maybe.
Yeah. Long play coming through. Again, reading the room on the economy for Team India. Deagle, kind of PD feeding the.
What I want to see is not this round, but at the end of it, before we see another investment from Team India, get the pause, get the coach online, right? Speak about what's going wrong. Think about the fact that Team Kyrgyzstan, they've been pushing long a lot. That's been the main force of contestment. Team India, they've shown aggression there. 1 round, they pushed all the way through with the AUG and got caught off guard. So now you need to change tactics.
Yeah, I think particularly because we kind of highlighted in the rematch just the experience that Team India brings in after it's played at sort of national, international level before. He kind of knows a lot that he can sort of bring to the team here. So yeah, I think using those packs is going to be critical because you've already conceded 7 rounds against the T side. You've got 2 here on the defense.
We're not seeing
it's fucking 2 rounds again.
Which is a little bit rough. I would have loved to have seen one being called in. Sway, I feel like needs to go for a pick here then. He needs to get the AWP involved somehow, some way. Instead, we might just go for another long push.
Right, well.
We are.
Coco's going to drop the incendiary. Kind of does indicate that your presence is there towards long because the West is already kind of ready for a fight coming. Coco's just edging on forward. That flashbang doesn't hit her. Slowly looking for it. This time she finds success, wins it out. Now she can fall back with that advantage. She had that extra element of Stormy here this time as well to support.
Yeah, but I'm not a huge fan of Sway's position unless starts looking towards connector now. Okay. Now this feels a lot more comfortable. There is still a potential for Stormy to fall, and Jammy has taken full capitalization of that. Flashbang through, trying to bait out a shot, potentially on the AWP, but not. occurring just yet. Meanwhile, at Monster,
They are going to play very slow. They are going to play very slow.
Tosi's timing to try and find space there. Missed shot from Sway, and Jammy, she'll just take the head clean off.
Yeah, I love that.
That shot.
Crashes on the angle, hard to hit with the AWP. A lovely headshot from Jammy, and that was just a pretty decent CT setup because you're not expecting the AWP there after the AWP took contact and you took down a rifler. Coco falls as well, so that's 3 kills found on that A bomb site. They know the CTs are scrambling, so they're just going to fast hit in towards B from short. And lo and behold, it is an empty bomb site.
Why not drilling आज ही करना था उनको?
There is a smoke this time around, there is utility, but they just walk in one by one. So I feel like that was a decent response, what Team India wanted to boast. I don't mind them going for that long approach, but the issue you've got is your AWP Sway is not in connector. If she was positioned there immediately, as soon as that hero comes in from Coco, all it takes is one flashbang over the top of Fountain, your entire force can just back up, and suddenly you're playing a lot more passive and you've got the advantage.
That's a bit of a half buy. They've got the full loss bonus, so they can bring in a couple of MP9s this time around. Bit of aggression. I actually don't mind it, but actually I'm not a huge fan of the AWP being solo here as well. I think I'd start to get out of here if I'm just Torizoy, and indeed she is going to start to back off. Good news, because she is being hunted.
Best of one, best of one. It's a best of one.
She knows that there's a good chance that someone's going to be behind her at some point. Reposition and hold that flank. Get a few more shots with the AWP. A nice line where she can take them. Although she's in the open here, so if they have good spacing, a good wide space, that's all dropped. Wesley deals with 2. Coco comes through for a kill. Got herself that AK, but winning the round is not possible with the time remaining. She can still find some kills, but honestly, keeping the AK is maybe the most important thing for her, and that's going to not be allowed.
I think what we're seeing is a lot of maybe stage nerves, because what I am seeing out of Team India is there's a clear structure, there's a clear game plan within the early stages of these rounds. Mid-round it feels pretty decent as well. It's just a little bit of jitters.
Where is that pause?
Shots miss हो रहा है, shots miss हो रहा है,
Just got the guns out again. You can still bring back an okay CT side. You can get 5-6 rounds. You win the pistol on T side. You can get things rolling. There's a way back into this. Oh, the reading of the self flash. That is a very risky move. It does pay off.
And that Molly's missed as well. Supposed to jump and land a little bit upper. Jammy spots the backpack, and Coco will actually strike. But you know the Sway was in top connector, but that is incredible. Much better out of the AWPer for Team India. And now Katosi's left all alone. And you got to realise at some point that you know this player's the monster lurk.
Back and forth, Sway goes, and well, like the wind blows them over. Beautiful stuff from the MVP. Gets that open up, playing around connector. A little bit spotted, it gets a little bit scary, but nice bait and switch setup allows her to really frag out, do a lot of work. So this is looking like a third. Never going to write any of these players off. Kyrgyzstan has the bomb and an open path through long if that's where she wants to go.
That's got utility. No smoke, but you can still cordon off these angles.
नहीं best of 3 best of 1 best of 1 best of 1.
Stormy is the only one.
अब ये मोमेंट पे क्या करते हैं हम लोग मैं इसको टीम इंडिया को पुश करते हैं.
Sway is in towards connector still, so
don't swing this.
If you find this kill onto the A defender,
no नहीं करना है, ठीक नहीं करना है, नहीं करना है.
Yeah, has to be.
Seems to be. Well, maybe not. Jiggle comes back. He starts to walk forward. Yeah, wasn't spotted.
No way.
She's found a way through. She can get the bomb down at the very least. The difficulty is going to be, oh yeah, not ready for the AWP. Oh, the missed shot! Sway gives an opportunity for Kyrgyzstan. She actually didn't commit to the plant though, that's the issue. And she's under pressure now, gets one more kill, but there's no time.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that gets a little bit crazy. I think again, what's interesting is looking at Team Kyrgyzstan and the fact that you've got this jumping player on the bomb site. You can hear them as you're walking up long. If you get the kill there, you know they're the only A defender, and that means that rotations, they're going to be towards connector, they're going to be towards B. If you plant for bank there, Katosi's got a much better chance of trying to isolate some of these kills. Instead, the AWP, whilst it doesn't hit initially, does the job, prevents the plant.
Yeah, I think she got a little flustered when that AWP shot just missed her head, because she could have just committed to the plant at that point, because it would have been, she was already like 3 seconds, so. Good attempt.
आराम से इसमें आराम से push it. Nice, nice
Sure,
one.
there's a lot of dry contact swings
Eight
going on
HP
here,
lucky.
and with the space being taken out short, Kyotosi wants to have a little gander towards Monster. Barrels player spotted, but no head
Zaya
secure.
1 HP है. अरे सो भेजो भाई कुछ यूनियन का कंप्यूटर भेजो
Set up
कुछ.
here, a lot of defenders
Crackshot,
looking
आराम
down
से.
Monster. That
Don't.
PG doesn't do as much as you think, but the Molotov will flush
नहीं.
her out. Another kill found in towards short as well. Still two
Zaya
defenders here
नहीं.
though. Not going to be ready for Sway, but Sway can't find the shots with the MP9. Has to fall back. So this player playing behind
HP नहीं,
the
HP
smoke,
नहीं
but
है.
not for long. Her head found. Another bomb can come on through. Stormy makes her presence known. Sway's found an AK, so there's a way through here. Oh, the
Nice
spam
one, nice
finds
one,
the
nice
bomb
one,
plant. Oh, that could have been the opportunity. Destroys life, hits an absolutely
1v2.
necessary shot. Had been brought so low. And now you know
Oh.
where Stormy is, but oh, a difficult fight. Such little HP.
भाई
and
6 और 40 HP है, हो सकता है, possible हो सकता है.
Stormy has the read on both of them, gets the first kill. Oh, it's perfect onto the second. What a clutch coming through for Team India.
Nice one भाई. पेला
Just
है.
enough to get that bomb over the line. That is
Pela,
incredible
Pela,
from
Pela,
Stormy.
Pela.
And in actual fact, now the shoe's on the other foot, right? We're talking about a little bit of
Abhi,
craziness
abhi,
from Team
abhi,
India to
abhi.
the tail end of the previous round where it gets a bit
Nice,
chaotic.
off bhi bacha, off
Team
bhi lagi, off
Kyrgyzstan,
bhi
they're
lagi.
in
Nice one,
perfect
nice one,
setup.
nice one.
They actually team flashed the AWPer by accident, and that's why she misses the initial shot on towards the water. That allows Stormy the space to then swing a little bit wider, be unsuspected
I
towards
think
the
delay,
sniper,
no.
and then she does the rest. Take nothing away from her. That was a great clutch.
Yeah, really nice rotations coming through as well. Stormy arrives at the perfect time to cause chaos, find those 3 kills.
मेरे को मेरा दोस्त पूछता
Still,
CSGO
Team
की लाइन
Kyrgyzstan
अरे
have so
वाह.
much money that they're going to be buying every day of the week here for these remaining 2 rounds.
हमारे माइक का थोड़ा इशू हो गया गाइस, थोड़ा आज एडजस्ट कर लो. मेरे को सेटिंग्स पता नहीं
That
इसकी.
feels good.
ये
Pause
ऑफिशियल
as well,
स्ट्रीम है.
right? Headsets were off, and I think it was Worthy actually just shouting motivational messages down the line. So that's pretty cool to see. And again, clever use of the
इकोनॉमी का
timeout.
थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता ना भाई, तो कवर कर लेते हैं.
So potentially stuff that shouldn't be going Team India's way. So okay, let's just take 30 seconds. Let's reset and recalibrate for the
So,
last
Adam
couple of
said-
sway, showing her aggression out towards the fountain. This time, not happening. Coco has been smoked off. But Kyrgyzstan, they're out short.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go for a bit of a short split there, but no, it's straight out the connector. So they managed to get that ground without too many difficulties. Sway has free
They
position.
play very slow. They play very slow.
So she cannot hold this angle and going for a boost here, which means 2 players are over here, and oh, West is going to walk straight to her crosshair surely.
हेडफोन का माइक नहीं सिलेक्टेड है.
Yeah, she does
मैंने
find
सब
that kill.
पर.
Coco
Nice
also
way, nice
found
यार.
a player. She pushed through and caught off one of the players over towards T-Ram.
Yeah, this is
Calm down.
This is worrying.
आराम से.
Side. Team India are really merciless in their aggression. They want to keep forcing the issue, keep posing problems, and finally we get to see a clear example of a game plan they've been trying to enforce for a couple of rounds now. 2 quick kills,
Calm down,
3
आराम से,
versus
आराम से.
5 feels really difficult.
I officially
Teams have
एकदम
plenty of
बढ़िया.
money. It makes sense to try and do some economic damage, but the only control you have is out towards short. It has to be a B play.
Yes, the control you got a minute ago as well.
Hi Black Horse, how are
Really
you?
been able to capitalize off it.
Very nervous today.
You're gonna hear Sway jumping about here, making a lot of noise. So I think they feel like they can catch her off, and oh, that was maybe the opportunity, but it's just the shoulder that's given up. She now runs away, but you know you've now isolated that AWP. But oh, you haven't isolated Coco. What a double kill! That's the organ action. 2 headshots coming through, phenomenal. Can't quite get the third.
चलेगा.
That's Dark Sky spotted.
Peek set up.
She's locked
Peek
in, can't go anywhere.
Let her come.
Killing her doesn't matter if it's after time or anything, so really I don't think you face. Just let her live. No
Nice
big deal.
one.
Yeah, your economy is
good,
much
good.
more impactful if you're Team India. But I like that. Again,
पैसा वापस ला,
small little
पैसा
micro
वापस लाएंगे
things,
तो
you
we
can
can-
see that they've been working on a lot. The fact that Sway understands that we can employ a
Stormy
bait and
थोड़ा
switch here for
कुछ
Coco,
पे नहीं
but
है,
also
YouTube पे
let's
ही
play
है,
it for
IC5
second
के
time.
channel.
I can just run away. I don't have to give up my life, and we'll probably give over a sniper
भाई टीश में तो बहुत लग रहे हैं
potentially
इनको.
to this T side. Sloy's
Stormy
still
तो
alive
ज़्यादा
at
पीछे
that
रहती नहीं
point.
खेल रही है.
Let's not equip the premium weapon to the target player of Kyrgyzstan. 9-5, a really good recovery and nearly a collateral. In fact, it's just the first though, and that actually scrambles for Molly to be thrown on the floor.
You're talking about Sway getting involved early, and she's really been starting to find that impact. It
Much
feels
better.
like You know, as this game progresses, Team India are finding a little bit more comfortable here on land. As you mentioned, the Jitters maybe
nice Coco yaar.
they're getting into the swing of things. They found 2 openers here. The aggression's working out. A is theirs, but Jamie does have
यार
something to say
जामी
about
को
it.
तो थोड़ा संभालना पड़ेगा.
I actually really like this out of the T side. The fact that they've found that
आराम से आराम से hold करो, hold करके खेलो guys, hold करके
patient,
खेलो.
because it will net further success. Sway goes hunting towards top con. Jammy is just finding everything. Stormy next to hit the deck.
Jamie's on 23 for A, and this is kind of Jammy go kill, and I think this does harken back to what you were saying about the familiarity of Jammy on this map, the team spirit. And we're definitely seeing it here. A potent force in this tier side. Ooh.
Oh, दिखा था. 2v3 है बे. Difficult है बहुत यार. Numbers भी मार गया ना तो अभी.
Gonna be very difficult for Team India to find their way back into this. They have a smoke and a flash. They can isolate one of these positions. The smoke's gonna go towards short. Pretty standard. Xyaa starts to clear forward, looking for the space. They can go out towards jail first. There's a player locked in here, and it's a fight one for Crackshot. Now Xyaa swings forward, finds a kill as well. They're doing it here, but Jammy, oh, that smoke has a massive gap in it. That's so unfortunate because Jammy is there, and that's a 10th on the board at the half for Team Kyrgyzstan.
That's Jammy with the ace as well. And bearing in mind that Team India found the opening kills, then overextended, allowed Jammy opportunities. There were 3 isolated fights in between Long and Connector, and Jammy wins out all of them. And you mentioned it, 23 and 8 at the time. You can't give Jammy, when she's on that red hot form, any opportunity. Give her an inch, she'll take a mile. 10-5 on the team side as well.
25 for 8, that's a multi-kill almost every single round. That is phenomenal from Jammy. She was pretty potent on that opening match, but looking way hot to trot here. And you can see the strap book out.
Maybe the anti-strap as well.
The anti-strap book. That'd be going deep here, considering kind of the context of these teams. But hey, maybe they're doing their research.
It matters a lot. 2 spots on the line here in the Asian Championship to make it through the main World Cup in Romania. Also $12,500 on the line, with the lion's share of that going to the top seed in this event.
नहीं यार अरे इनका गेम पे ना गोल्डन प्ले वाला है ना. They won't let you push. बहुत काम भी खेल रहे हैं लोग.
So good on that T side. They've gone for a very heavy A lane. 4 players over here, and it's gonna net success. The T's are making their way through. A passive setup, not gonna reveal all of the hidden pieces here. Jammy's tucked in. A very devious angle, but swings out. Can't quite find that fight, but it's Worsey that gets the kill. Spots out 2, and now the rest of the team can start to activate. The players in towards bathroom doing work. The bomb has been dropped up towards party, and you've still got 3 defenders here locking it down. Stormy's hoping someone overextends, gives her that fight, but it doesn't look like it. She has to fall back, and immediately the response from the rest of the CTs is to reposition, get ready to cover the rotations as they come through, but caught out, Coco does find one.
Tosi does lock in a player, and she's been anchoring B the entire time. Worsey just tucked in, knows about the bomb. Stormy, close range against the USP. Should be a favour, but actually, I'm kind of a little bit confused. Where on earth have Kazakhstan got to? Stormy round the corner, though. Does deal with Worsey, and that's the bomb recovered. And now a reset in towards B.
Yeah, well done, and actually putting this back into the 2-on-2. Kutosi hasn't budged, although, as I say that, she's actually started to rotate. So that means that they are going to be able to get through with the bomb. She has the kit. That's planted. Surely they're going to get the realization that
more experience, I guess.
The opening in towards Banana, but no. Very difficult to get back into this. Give it a look in. Kit and Smoke in play. Stormy's caught between 2 angles here, and that could be an issue. There it is. Tosi comes on out, leaves it all onto Coco now. 1 versus 2. One player is low. She went out this fight. The dark side, oh, not needed. The smoke doesn't go down in time. All the bullets not quite connecting to the head, but she's just darting around the pill. The knife comes out, but it's Coco that wins it out.
Yeah, what a wild pistol round, and fair play to Team India for recovering it. You can see the CT side wanted to reclaim the bomb and have space, but as soon as Jammy falls, Worsey's the only player there with the bomb. Everyone else just falls back and plays a lot more passive, and I feel like that is such a misplay, because you've isolated this bomb. You know they're in towards connector. You set up in these crossfires. Surely they can't get it back.
ना ये राउंड बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. अब ये राउंड इंडिया के लिए ना बहुत जीतना इम्पॉसिबल रहता था. अभी देखते हैं कि आगे वाले के लिए पॉसिबल होता है.
Right there, but well, this time around it's play out towards Monster. A lot of players here though, 4 CTs ready to defend, but oh, Coco Xyaa doing a lot of work, but not ready for the second 2 elements. That bomb also dropped that onto the site. T's now have to fight their way through. Oh, good spam. Sway finds killed in the smoke. Stormy's found one as well. And oh, look at that long-range fight with the MAC-10.
That's wild. I don't know how on earth Katozi doesn't get that trade there, but fair play. Team Kyrgyzstan, well, the way they set themselves up, it was like, yeah, 2 waves of defenders coming in. The initial volley gets dispelled by India and the MAC-10s rushing forward, and then suddenly the P250s and the MP9s do really good work. You start to think, okay, well, spiraling out of control. In fact, no, it's not. And India, they recover. They get back-to-back rounds in a row here.
That's such a crazy setup from the CT side as well. Having a player sitting in that smoke above default, and then the extra rotation comes down. Well, if it worked once, why not do it again? Pass towards B, this time bullets to deal with on the site. Although, as it's getting work done, 2 kills come through. This guy's done another bit of damage on the Sway, and oh, destroys Lloyd, hitting shots with the 5-7. Crackshot's alone. She's overwhelmed. The 5-7 gets it done. That was a round they had no right to win.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they managed that at all. Because you think with lesser equipped weapons, it's not going to go the other way. Instead, Team India, they run it right back, and they are not ready for another volume of CTs. I think it was more coming through connector in towards short. That was the key difference in the variation, and it's something that Team India were just not ready for. Jammy hitting a crucial shot when required.
That round is pivotal. You can see that Team India aren't really sure how they want to approach this round. They've got 2 players with a lot of money they can fully invest here, but 3 that are at, what, 1,700, 1,500? You're kind of tempted to go for the full force here.
Obviously, वो लोग मॉली और ये सब डालेंगे ना, ऐसे नहीं push करना चाहिए था. पता नहीं, they know better, I think.
Will mean that a couple of players end up with Galils or MAC-10s into the next round, but at least it'll give everyone something to work with into the final.
Now ये कोप है, वो नहीं आप ये लोग देखो अभी भी होल्ड करके
खेल रहे हैं. And actually just escapes. Really nicely done, and it allows Katozi to swing forward.
Yeah, patience is the key, I think, against this.
Boost that gets the kill.
No idea. Sway is the IG.
That door being blown off, how much an impact it has. They have to use one of their precious smoke. That was the one smoke just to get themselves out of connector.
Oh, Zloy, surely he saw the player there in toilet. Definitely heard. Jammy's been taken down on the tail end of things though, and now a gap up long has opened up an opportunity, but a second rotate. This is something that Team India weren't really employing, but it's very proactive from Team Kyrgyzstan. With that being said, keep your eyes on long, because as this player works their way out Monster, that's going to potentially drive or at least anchor further rotates in at B, and A completely unlocked.
Yeah, this one's gotten a little bit weird now. It is a 2-on-4, so it's very difficult for Team Kyrgyzstan to find their way. Oh, sorry,
short miss ho gaya, oh fuck.
Drop this one, but bomb does go down. Nice angle from Xyaa.
Nice,
A nice headshot. Didn't find the kill though.
Headshot पड़ा यार, उसको gun different हो गया वहाँ पे.
So he does follow up though. Kill comes on through. Oh, spotted as the smoke starts to plume. That was the first player. She's still defusing. Oh no, nice runs one. Out of bullets. That's devastating. It felt like they'd done enough, but she gets away with 5 HP.
I can't believe that. They just run in front and they think they've knocked the diffuser off. Runs out of bullets in the MAC-10 as well. That is devastating, and that is a round stolen away. And it really should have been Team India's, despite it being a 2-on-4.
Yeah, honestly, props to Team India for making that doable. It felt like that they had no right to make that work, but because they got in such advanced positions, they caught a few players off guard. I can't believe the MAC-10 does that.
But at least it's expensive for this CT side. That's something that Team India have now got in their favour. AWP drawn out. Coco loves a scope weapon. Was on the AWP on CT, now on the creep.
I mean, fair enough, I guess. lot of like IGLs take up.
अरे हेडफोन का नहीं यही माइक सिलेक्टेड है पता नहीं क्या सीन हो रहा है यार I have no idea bro
It's not
really sorry for that
The Krieg is a rare one. I only really see it on AWPers, on maps like Overpass. In fact, when you can't afford an AWP as kind of an alternative.
voice break I know mic का issue है
Because it is, you know, quite a bit more expensive. Shot removed for free. Nice angle held in towards short. Still 2 players defending here on the A side.
It's interesting that the fact that they've got the short control and the opening kill. I would have thought there'd be a rotate up to A. Instead, Tozy just repositions and actually has the jump on Coco. Now 2 kills found in short.
Yes, the easiest short hold is
3v5 again
Okay, gets a little harder.
nice
She
Coco
does get
nice way
caught out by Sway. But the fact that she finds 2 there, it's not really any utility she has to deal with, no fast plays. This hit's coming through. There is this nice crossfire being set up. Are you ready for this play to tuck long? Jammy.
Bye,
Oh, it's going to be clear, but it's out. The utility gets flown. Doesn't matter. Destroys Lloyd though. She's going to get the 1. Look at the health points of these remaining players. It's 2 on 4. The shots have to be perfect. 1 falls. Xyaa has no HP and Worthy collects both.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Team India were aware of the possibility of that crossfire, right? The molly doesn't land flush with the truck, and that's the biggest mistake. It just takes a little bit of a ricochet, and that means that Destroy's Lloyd is able just to stand still. The flames don't spread to her toes. She's able to knock down a kill and a half, and that's enough for the rest of the team to clean up. But think about if it goes the other way. If the incendiary lands cleanly, Jammy's caught out at long, suddenly you haven't lost 2 players.
यार HP ज़्यादा होती तो मार देती I'm 100% sure
Map is starting to wind between these 2 teams, so 6 rounds now, only 3 required for Team Kyrgyzstan to take the win here, their second best of 1 win of the day if they can pick it up. Fast and towards short, Coco goes, spots out the player on the jump, can't quite hit it with the Galil. Shots fired, lets them know they are home. No free short for you this time, Katosi.
Jump spot, actually a little bit of misinformation where Crackshot's playing, can't get spotted. Although the spam is going to reveal that in fact there is definitely presence here for India. They're going to reset and I think they might just go off this. There's no flashbangs to get into the bomb site, that's the concern.
It's going to have to be a straight contact play.
Oh my god
Trying to play around the pillar, she has a lot of responsibility here. Oh, tries to go for a bit of a swing. Crackshot has hit 2 massive kills, but there's so many bodies on the side. Cozy's sitting on back, fighting 2. And again,
Aram se
out in the open. Nice shots coming through, but can't quite hit the head. And well, Jammy and Katosi find both 14-7.
Tell you what though, that was a lot of opportunity given over to Team India. There's no need in these setups to keep swinging, keep overextending, especially when you spotted the players. Worthy, I thought she was going to tuck the entire time and just focus on the monster rank. Instead goes a little bit wider, gives up that kill, and Crackshot cracks heads. Had a very slow start to the game, but is now starting to build in confidence. Team India, I am liking what I'm seeing.
Unfortunately, the lack of a bomb plant there is actually really going to hurt. If they got the bomb down, you're going to see a few more angles out. Instead, point, I think there's a conversation to be had about potentially forcing here. They've decided to go for the half buy, playing a bit more conservatively, but it does mean they're going to have to get 8 in a row. They can't pull off their miraculous round here.
Yeah, I don't have too much confidence with this, I'm going to be honest. Yeah. It's Armorless Mac 10. Smokes, no flashes again. And you're going into Con, which means you're going into Worthy. Maybe they're just holding for a push here, and that would be the right thing to do, because take a look at all of this space gathered.
Yeah, you know, if you do find someone pushing a little bit aggressively and you get yourself a rifle, you know, there's 2 players that armor here. That's definitely something that can be done. They're going to find that long is completely clear and none of this is going to be heard. So they're losing a lot of space here. The counterpoint is that Short is completely under control of the situation. So they should be aware of this gap out here. Crackshot falls. That's going to keep some idea of this place deeper. But well, Katosi rotates over, drops 2. And
Nice,
kills to come through for the pistol.
Nice one.
She doesn't realize how much space she actually has here. And it's well denied. Weston did come through on that flank eventually, and that is 15 secured.
Yeah, fair play. Considering, again, you don't have utility, you've gone for more of a contact approach, and you're still getting a couple of kills. It's the right idea and the right setup to that round, and that's, again, just little tidbits of information to keep in the back pocket when assessing these teams moving forward. I am liking the protocols that Team India have got in. It's just these little micro decisions in the mid-round that are costing them some opportunities.
ये लोग भी अच्छा खेल रहे हैं, बस थोड़ा सा पुश कर रहे हैं ना, बस उतना ही प्रॉब्लम है, बाकी कोई भी इशू नहीं है, थोड़ा भी होल्ड करके खेलते हैं ना।
Player lurking out towards B as well.
Actually, it's a team game, man. Eventually, you can't blame anyone. किसी का दिन रहता है, किसी का नहीं रहता है.
A fair bit here, but Jamie is that pillar that you have to get past.
तो हाथ गरम नहीं हुआ ना रे थोड़ा.
Oh, the orb swings this way, finds the shot. And that's a massive kill to find Jamie. 27 kill machine taken out of the round.
Good reaction though. Look at this double long push now coming in from the CT sides to gain a little bit of control. You've got a varied setup. Like if Sloy swings this, I think that's a little bit scary, but she does and actually gains the info that no one's here just yet. Meanwhile, Monster's just been vacated by Team India. This is a very advanced position here out of Sloy.
And it's unpredictable. Now they're playing good. और हमारी टीम को भी थोड़ा हाथ गरम करने में टाइम लग गया भाई. Imagine अगर हेडशॉट पड़ जाता.
Spotted on the jump pick, the orb there. Destroyslate did find that kill onto Crackshot. And now the teams are going to feel under pressure. They're boxed into the banana.
पहले ग्रुप में बेस्ट ऑफ 1 होंगे. उसके बाद जो जीतेगा उसमें बेस्ट ऑफ 3. दो टीम्स क्वालीफाई होने वाली है. भाई they need to push up.
Causing issues. Toast can just play around it. Utility being thrown over to help, but a flank comes on through. Doesn't matter. Tosi's found 2. She's done more than enough on this defense. Puts it into the 2-on-2. Time ticking down, but they are going to have enough to get the bomb plant.
There's a lot of utility as well, but they run straight into Coco and the Cree. Xyaa swings at the perfect opportunity. Team India, they stay alive for a minimum one more. And the economy not looking healthy for Kyrgyzstan. In actual fact, force into it, but you're going to have pistols behind some of these rifles.
Yeah, that was a really nice round from Team India. The way they played that one out, they didn't get too flustered when that flank came through from long as well. They get the opener. It's a little bit scary now. Continues to be just an incredible side hole.
She's playing really good.
And now if you lose this round on the defense, things get a little scary. Still a long path for Team India ahead.
Yeah, no, we're still doing it step by step, round by round. I mean, there's no call for a comeback just yet.
Yeah, but honestly, if you're Team India, it's important to get as many of these rounds as possible just to get those reps on the stage, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, best of 1, yes.
Round and found success. And Zloy
strikes with this should not happen. This should not happen. Fuck, bro.
The beginning of the end.
This is now looking very scary. You know, there's an open play that you have to get past over on the A-bomb side.
अच्छा उनके पास भी थोड़ी 2 guns थी. अच्छा
full half fight towards Banana and Connector. The bomb is actually by herself. Crackshot's been in charge of bringing this one home, and it's a very scary prospect considering you know a CT was there just before, but Banana. Jamie's holding long, so Xyaa can't really make her way out here without being spotted. Although she's going to be wide, so there's a chance. Sway strikes first, drops destroys Lloyd. Jamie's still here though, AWP in hand. Smoke comes on forward, and she gets that first kill, swings out into another, and Xyaa able to adjust. That got a little scary, a missed shot, they're just trying to overwhelm, but Sway is hitting everything. Even swapping to the Kree to get up on close. Oh, the bomb low out in the open, and she's now alone, and she is taken down. Team Kyrgyzstan win their second best of 1.
Yep, and really well played, right? I mean, it's a lot of discipline playing the way that they did. The fact that you get 10 rounds on your T side of Overpass just feels incredibly good. It feels like you can't lose the game from that point. Fair play to Team India for building back in, having and showing us a lot more than potentially the scoreline reflects.
Yeah, I think it was a very slow start for them. It felt like those land jitters were definitely on display in terms of how long it took them to get the ball rolling. We saw a few little mistakes coming through. They got a really nice pistol round, and it felt like they were going to really start to snowball into quite a strong defense. But they forced fight back, and Kyrgyzstan, in fact, they were able to keep the fight going, keep the pressure on. That was enough to break Team India.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, look, you've got to be talking about Team Kyrgyzstan. That they are so impressive. The fact they've now played 2 games on stage. This one was a lot more dominant than the previous. Really settling into the stage environment. The fact you've got 2 wins under your belt already in the round robin feels very, very good.
Yeah, and that was with us talking into this particular matchup as maybe favouring Team India because of the veto, the fact that went to Overpass, the fact that we saw them being very dominant in the qualifiers on, the fact that we thought they'd be very comfortable on. And then also the fact that they lost the knife round, right? That Team India won that one. They started on the defense. It felt like everything was set up for a really strong start for them, but in the end, Team Kyrgyzstan came out on top.
Yeah, and I feel like what you've got to look at here is Team India actually brought a lot to the table. The structure and the way they set up themselves in those rounds was actually really impressive. There was just these kind of micro things, mid-rounds where you're going to get the inexperience on the stage, where you get a little bit of the jitters on land, and that ultimately was the price between 1 kill and 2 kill, and it spun around.
Yeah, I think if you were Team India, just kind of looking back on that, I would have liked to have seen them. We kind of mentioned a few times, you see some of those timeouts earlier. You know, especially in the context of, you know, it is your first time on the stage here, on land, it's your first game. You need to ease your way into it, take your time, take those moments to breathe before you get flustered and, you know, overwhelmed.
And to build on that, it's times knowing where you can feel calm enough to say, okay, do you know what, this round's not going our way, let's save. Because as you're seeing here in the replays, the amount of retakes that were attempted was absurd. It felt like every single round wasn't a save, and there was some moments in this game where if you just have a few rifles, we saw how successful Kyrgyzstan were when they just had an AWP, 2 M4s and then a couple of pistols. If you had more opportunities you gave yourself earlier on in this half to build back in, we could have been looking at a completely different scoreline.
Yeah, I don't think we saw a single CT round where they lost the bomb site and saved. On either side, I think it was always a retake coming through, which, you know, you can enjoy that at times when it's successful, but oftentimes it's not always the optimal decision. And yeah, I think there's some of that, a bit of those jitters, a bit of that inexperience on the big stage. But, you know, I will say they were able to really claw it back in the second.
Take a look at this, right? We're speaking about the tail end of this first half. On the replays, you've got clutches coming out from Team India. You've got bait and switches being employed. Not once, but twice.
ये किर्गिस्तान के प्लेयर की एक्टिंग करके बता रहा मैं.
अरे नेक्स्ट मैच किसके साथ है इन लोगों का? आज जो होने वाला ऑफलाइन? हाँ?
सऊदी अरेबिया के साथ है.
मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्या आनंद भाई?
हाँ आ रही है.
मैं कह रहा हूँ कि नेक्स्ट मैच जो है वो सऊदी के साथ है.
हाँ.
वो तो स्ट्रीम नहीं कर सकते ना अपन.
नहीं वो स्ट्रीमिंग होने वाला है.
ऐसा क्यों रखा है? ऐसा क्यों किया होगा इन लोगों ने? स्ट्रीम ही नहीं कर रहे.
पता नहीं क्या सीन है.
भाई ये वाला क्या था? ये मरी
पता नहीं भाई.
जाया ने यार वहाँ पे बुलेट खत्म हो गया यार जाया का.
हाँ. नहीं बुलेट के बाद जीते थे आई थिंक वो.
5 टीम राउंड रॉबिन और मैचेस भी ऑन टॉप फुटबॉल पर.
और टीम इंडिया का पुश कहाँ गए थे वो?
अच्छे शॉट्स मारे यार उसने टॉप से. ये वाला तो भाई कुछ भी था. चल के आगे हो गया ना? बंद कर सकते हैं क्या अभी स्ट्रीम?
हाँ
भाई.
हाँ अभी बंद कर सकते हैं. हाँ बंद कर सकते हैं.
ठीक है. चलो गाइस, I guess that is all. Good luck to the girls. Yes. चलो गाइस,
दैट इज ऑल। अगर आप लोगों ने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया होगा तो सब्सक्राइब कर दो सुबह के चैनल को और लाइक कर दो।
अरे जाया, मैं दोनों का बता रहा था, टीम इंडिया वर्सेस टीम किर्गिस्तान का एक्टिंग। जिया नॉट जाया। चलो गाइस, इनका नेक्स्ट मैच आई थिंक 2 घंटे बाद है सऊदी अरेबिया के साथ। यस, सो आई थिंक दे हैव टू विन 2 to 3 more matches आई थिंक। इन 1.5 hours आई थिंक, 2 hours या फिर नेक्स्ट मैच ही है इनका, तो वो स्ट्रीम नहीं होगा बिकॉज आई डोंट नो, वहां से स्ट्रीम नहीं होने वाला है। सो लेट्स सी क्या होता है। बाकी अच्छा खेले यार, अच्छा खेले। थोड़ा हाथ गर्म करने को टाइम लगता है ना, सो इट्स ओके, यू विल कम बैक। टाटा गाइस। स्कोर आई थिंक वो इंस्टाग्राम पे अपडेट करेगी नेक्स्ट मैच का, लेट्स सी। बाय।